Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to round 6 of the Midwest Motorsports Cup Series live at Michigan. I'm your host for the evening, Aaron Holroyd. Also running broadcast tonight will be Joshua Watt running the cautions, and Colin Huffman will be running flags. And welcome everybody to Midwest Motorsports Round 6 at Michigan. I'm your host for the evening, running commentary, Aaron Holroyd. You got Colin Huffman running the broadcast cameras, and you have Joshua Watt running the cautions and all the flags for the evening. Tonight's race will be 100 laps. Stage 1 ending at lap 23 and Stage 2 ending at lap 60. Drivers will be starting with 2 sets of tires in the pits and a third set on their cars right now. Top 5 will be getting some stage points, and the only EOL for the day will be Kevin Mayer in the 77 truck. Some quick notes to pass out. We did have John Mankowski get the first place qualifying position, and in second place we have Justin Thaler. Then third place we have Dustin Reinsettle, followed by 69 of Ryan Sargent. Colin Huffman in fifth place with Eric Thaler in the sixth place. Then we have Chris Melton in 7th, Albert William 8th, Clarence Prince 9th, Greg Dreiss in 10th. Then we have Norm Snyder in 11th, Brandon Hinton in 12th, Andrew Miller and John Bates 13-14. Following down the field, we have Robert Olofsson, Craig Hawkins, Austin Call. So we're going to have a great race tonight. Looking forward to these guys get the hold of wide open. And Barney does have his flag up. Pit car is down, and we will see when Barney waves, these guys head out for the first time tonight. 100 laps about to get underway. They'll lock it up in the back, and we are green. The great start by John Mankowski, getting a little push out from behind. Justin Thaler holding it to him, going to run the top side line, see what these guys are up to. Ryan Sargent getting a good start too, holding the line right behind Justin Thaler. As Dustin Reinsettle takes the inside, some of these guys are almost going to go 3 wide coming out of the first turn on lap 1. We see Huffman get really close to 49. That's Chris Melton. Chris Melton is your series leader as of last week's finish, so he's looking to get some more points and get it pushing up forward. He took the spot away from Justin Thaler last week when Thaler had a 10th place finish, so hopefully we see these guys run clean and have a great race tonight. Here we see a good look, 3 wide. Lap 2, John Mankowski on the bottom side. Coming up, getting into Ryan Sargent. They stay off of Justin Thaler. He might have tapped the wall a little bit, but these guys are running really hard right now as they continue to go 3 wide further down the pack. Justin's going to take over the lead spot with Melton. Your series leader sitting in second place, right on his bumper. Looking on the inside, coming out of 4. Gets right up next to him, going to side draft him a little bit, coming to the start-finish line. Start of lap 3, and we've got some changing in position, some crazy racing going on in the beginning of the early laps. Let's see a good look at the field today. Nice camera shots by Colin tonight. These are always my favorite ones. I love the ground camera shots. They always make it feel so much better. See a Sargent getting all loose. Oh no, collect somebody behind. Who is that? That might have been. That was the first place driver, the first place guy starting on the pole, and Sargent takes a good whack in the wall. That's some serious damage. Does look like we're staying green though. Not exactly sure. Yeah, he got into Mankowski. Ryan Sargent gets up high, tries to overcorrect, gets into John Mankowski, who started on pole, and gets a good whack on the inside wall. Hits that safety barrier, takes off the front bumper. That's going to be a quick use of that fast repair. But it looks like we do stay green. Oh, yellow. Okay, I'm getting reports. Yellow is out. Sorry, guys. I was looking at the replay just like you guys were. I didn't see the yellow come out. So Ryan Sargent with that third place starting position comes out in P20 and it gets a lot of damage. And he wrecked again all by himself. Look at that. Try to bring it back to pits. Not sure if he just yeah, just doesn't have the steering. Steering's already messed up from that early whack, so he's not able to hold it. Not sure if that was warranted because he was on the track by himself and did his own little spin around away from everybody else. But nonetheless, we are under caution. Good looking ride. Looking good something in third, but all sorts of trouble started early when they ran 3 wide, and he got in the back of Mankowski, or the side of Mankowski, and they kind of started falling back, and it kind of just escalated from there. So, early laps of the race. First caution is out. Here's Chris Melton, your current points leader. Sitting real good right now. Last week's race, let's see. Last week at Homestead, Melton did get third place, and your then series leader, Justin Taylor, who was at one point the leader of the series, had a 12th place finish. So with that the little gain of points that Taylor had and the big gain that Melton had being third place, that propelled him right to the top of the leaderboard. So he is sitting up in first place, 6 points in front of Taylor. And brother Eric Taylor is now in third place, sitting 14 points behind the leader. Get a good look at Justin. Clean air. Always run that Castro Edge car. 00. Looking like he wants to get away from these guys because they're running pretty dangerous in the beginning parts of the lap. So we'll see if he can go ahead and put the pedal down and get some of those points back he lost from last week. Yeah, last week Justin did run 1 lap down, so finishing down in 12th place. I'm sorry. Here we see Dustin Reinsettle in the gray W car for tonight. He was last week's winner. We see Justin getting a little blinking going on here, so hopefully that gets cleaned up and he doesn't cause any problems for Jason Huffman, who got himself up a few spots. He's up 2 spots into third place. Yep, yeah, Eric running at 6 now with Clarence Prince making his way back to the series after taking a week off. Albert Williams comes up a couple of spots. He's sitting in the 8th place. Brandon Hinton's now 9th, and Greg Dries, your podcast host for the cooldown lap for us Monday nights. He's sitting up in between 9th and 10th place for this swap. I believe he's in 10th. Good look at Greg Dries' car. Sitting next to the 57 of Brandon Hinton. Hinton last week had a good run going. He got collected up in with 3 laps to go in a wreck with Sargent. Sargent had a similar incident where he spun out and collected him. So looks like we're going to have the guys lined up. We are going to go green this time around. It's going to be on the leader, Justin Taylor, when they decide when he wants to go. Barney's got the green flag up. Pace car is hitting the pit road. And the field is coming to green under Justin Taylor's right foot. As you get to the Geico restart zone. And we are off. Pedals down, gears up. Justin getting the outside line, keeping the momentum. Dustin going up with Jason Huffman. Huffman looking to squeeze down the 49. Thinks better of that. You see Taylor still being blinking up in front of him. That might cause an issue later on in the race, but as of now, he's still the leader. Chris Melton in the 2 spot, Jason Huffman in 3, Dustin in the 4, Eric now in the 5 with Clarence Prince in 6. So looks like they're starting to single file out here, trying to make peace with the race and let the race come to them. It's still early stages. We haven't even hit the stage 1 yet, and we're 8 laps into 100, so they got plenty of time here around this 2-mile track. And you see Melton kind of getting it off there. Runs a truck car up wide. That's Ryan Settle on the inside. Running door to door, coming down the backstretch into turn 3. Ryan Searle's going to dive it down in here again, run that mid to low line. Starts out mid, starts bringing it down towards the yellow line. Not all the way there, but starts bringing it back up, trying to carry as much momentum as he can without getting into Melton. Huffman looking on the inside of Thaler now. You got a pair of two white cars now running for the top position. Eric in the hunt right behind Melton. You see Albert Williams next to in the inside of Clarence Prince now. And we got a little swapping of positions. So we got Jason Huffman getting past Thaler and Dustin finishing the move on Melton. Clarence Prince on the inside of Thaler now. That's Eric running the Midwest Motorsports 15 Ford. Good look at the series creator and alongside with Justin. Good looking onboard cam. Keeping those right side, right on that line up top and kind of moving it down. You see a car coming back from the low lane. I'm not sure who that was. That might have been, looks like it was Robert Olofsson going down 2 laps now. And we're looking almost 4 wide. That got a little dicey. Now we see Clarence Prince get a little sideways. Gets up into Thaler. Makes him kind of get off the side. That allows Albert Williams to catch right up to him. Now they go 3 wide in the front stretch in the tri-oval. Coming out of 2 now. So Eric is now in 5th. Clarence Prince making his way up to 6th place with Albert Williams falling behind him. So Williams Prince looking to regain composure and make that move sick next time around Thaler. You see Ryan said, oh, these top 4, they keep staying this row like this, they're going to start breaking away. Top 2 choose to go down. Dustin holds his line up top, and Melton falls behind him, and his top 2 come back up now, so they're kind of running a weaving line now. Trying to break the toe, but also get the best momentum they can. You see Thaler looking the inside of Huffman. Not quite able to make the move. Good looking track, Michigan. Located in the city of Brooklyn, Michigan, about 70 miles west of the center of Detroit and 40 miles from Ann Arbor, Michigan, which is home of the Wolverines. We see a little dicing going on back here now. This backpack car, Austin Call, and the 8 car, the 47 car running a different scheme, separated from, he's running the black Liquid Death, so we got 2 Liquid Death cars out there tonight. Different from his usual M&M sponsored car. We got a Liquid Death Camry and a Liquid Death Camaro. One silver, the other one black. Good looking cars nonetheless. Coming up to lap 14 now. Well, we're on lap 14. This guy's holding up pretty steady at the first few lap incidents coming around. Guys decided to back it off a little bit. Let the race come to everybody else. Don't need to push for things too early here. A lot of laps here. Running about 40 second lap time, so plenty of time to catch up. These races do tend to run about an hour and a half-ish, give or take, with all the strategies and the stage endings and whatnot, so. Lap 15 underway. Austin Call getting a good run. Still see these top 4 putting a little bit of gap in between themselves and 5th place. They got about 2nd to Eric, who's in 5th. So you guys keep running up the single file they do, they're going to pull way quicker. You see Justin giving a push to Huffman in the front. Huffman rocking the Dunkin' Donuts mobile. He's the usual paint scheme you'll see out there. Continue to see Thaler with the blinking issues going on. Good look at these top four now, starting to spread it out. Coming to lap 17. About 6 more laps to go. We're going to have a stage end break. Not sure if you guys are watching at home on your computers or sitting in your comfy chair at home in your couch with the phone out. But if you guys got that phone out, just go ahead and get that picture out. Scan the little QR code popped up the screen for Midwest Motorsports. Everything to do with the league. We have racing on Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Running the GT4 on Tuesdays. You get your trucks on Fridays, Xfinity on Saturdays, and the Cup cars on Sundays.
Unleash the racer in you with Midwest Motorsports. Feel the adrenaline, embrace the excitement, and join a thriving community that's as passionate about sim racing as you are. Our social channels bring you closer to the action, offering a driver's seat to the competition and an all-access garage pass to the latest results, news, and updates of all 4 Midwest Motorsports leagues. Don't just be a spectator, join the excitement. Scan the QR code to turn the key and ignite your competitive spirit. Follow Midwest Motorsports and plug into a community that's as passionate about sim racing as you are. Scan the code on the screen or find us at midwest-motorsports.com today.
There you go. There's your place sign up, midwest-motorsports.com. Scan the QR code with your phone. Get all the hype and get in this action. We got a nice field going right now. We got 20 cars in the field. We can always use more. We fit up to 44 some in this field, so let's get some more drivers out here. We continue to see Chris Melton now taking over the spot from Justin Taylor. Looking at inside of Huffman, he gets a good run out of 4. Melton, your series leader, trying to take and extend those points further out. Wants to get everything he can while Justin's back there in 3rd, so Justin's the closest person to his competition, sitting 6 points behind him. He wants to put more and more gap between themselves. We see we're on lap 20, so we got about 2.5 laps left here before stage ends. Now Huffman taking it back and Taylor falling inside with him. So Melton's kind of getting shuffled back here on the outside. Huffman trying to split both of them up, break the draft of both cars equally. As he comes up, Justin coming up with them. Melton's not giving inches, so they almost get together. They might have touched a little bit. Now Huffman's backing out of it, and Taylor's getting back into it, trying to take the lead away. These guys are fighting 4 stage points, so you have 1 through 6 as Austin Call is joining in on the battle. Melton giving a push to Huffman, trying to get them pushed farther away. As he breaks in and allows Justin Taylor to get right up on him now. You see Eric running the top line, choosing to carry momentum over a draft. Now you have Austin Call on the inside of Taylor, getting real close now. These guys are battling out for the one extra point. Oh, missing a few races. He needs to get every point he can to get himself back in the series. And now we got Huffman blinking. It's causing all these cars to kind of back up now. Go 3 wide. Lap 22. We got a lap and a half left before stage. This might be the last lap. This is the final lap before the stage. So here we go. Last point up for grab right now. Call is the oddball looking out, looking to get nothing. Bridesmaids for points as he dives to the inside of Ryan Settle and Taylor up top. Here we go. Stage end right here. Can Huffman hold him off? Looks like Huffman is going to get stage 1 points, followed by Melton, Eric Taylor, Dustin, Ryan Settle, and I believe Austin Call slipped in there to get the last stage point. So Jason Huffman with your stage win. Going to get those extra bonus points. I believe it's 5 for first place. So Austin Call did make it in there, just getting past Justin Taylor, coming out with no stage points for them. That's not going to help his boat for the championship. But luckily for him, Huffman was the one that got first place stage points. So Melton didn't get all the points he could get, but he got just about enough. All right, so at the end of stage one, we're going to go ahead and do our stage one, brought to you by the Sim Racing Podcast with your host, Greg Dries, Monday nights, 9 p.m. There's a QR code, takes you right down to the Twitch channel we have our racing on, talk all things about the points. We get to talk to series race winners, or not race winners, but truck race winners, and then we have a couple of things we announced for changes we're doing or upcoming schemes, whatnot we have planned. There's a great look at the 64. Greg Dries, he is your host of the Cool Down Lap, Monday nights, 9 p.m. Get to talk points. We get to talk about all things coming up. Sometimes you'll have myself in there. We got James J joins in. He's the Tuesday night GT4 commentator and also does trucks. Sometimes Greg would drop in and do trucks with him doing commentary, where that's usually when I race. So you got to come in on Mondays, see what we have going on. Good look at the points, and we're even working on some more stuff behind the scenes to try to get you guys a better action to see. Oh, we have Craig Hawkins out in the front now. Let's see. Okay, Craig's gonna make his way in the pits now. He might have been a lap down, getting his lap back. So we are gonna go ahead and have the same way they went in. Jason Huffman will maintain the first place spot. Ryan Settle is gonna jump up a few spots. He finished fourth, came out in second place, so he gained a couple positions, going to put him on the outside of the restart. Chris Mellon's going to come out third. Eric Thaler also got a few spots gained, 15. He's going to be in fourth place. All right, so lights are out on the pace car. We will be going green this time around. Jason Huffman's going to bring them to the restart zone, and he will be the deciding factor of when it's time to go. There's Barney holding up the flag. He's going to be swapping out for the green flag here any moment now. You'll see that pace car come around the corner. There he goes. He got the green flag in hand. Pace car is down. Huffman's going to bring him to the restart. So on his right foot, we are going to go green again for the start of stage 2. And he does not waste any time here. We are off back racing here in Michigan. Huffman getting the big start. Eric sliding up right behind him. So let's go put Ryan Settle back in third place now. Dustin caught sleeping a little bit. Not sure if that was planned or if he just got caught off guard, but good battles up here. Eric's making his way up through the field now. We got a car bouncing off the walls back there. That looked like it might have been the 57. Yeah, Brandon Hinton taking a little dig off the side of the wall. Scraping off a little bit of that paint scheme. He's got plenty of paint schemes he runs through the series. And Taylor's going to come back and take the lead from the first stage. Ryan Settle looking to follow back behind him, trying to get that place back. Eric's looking real good on the top line. You'll usually find him up there running the top line most of the night. You see Melton trying to make his way up. Huffman's going to look to try to slide between them. Can't make it through. Melton's going to close that door on him. Eric all the way up, running about the number 4 line, just about one car length off the top of the 3 and 4. So while he might not be all the way up there, he will be one of the higher drivers running that high line. Great racing here in Michigan. Track's a fun track to be here. Almost can hold it wide all the way through. At least I know in the trucks you can. Not sure if these cars have a little bit more horsepower underneath them, so they might be doing a little bit of lifting, maybe a little tap of the brakes. Michigan Speedway cost of construction $4 to $6 million back in the 60s. They broke ground in 1967 in September, and they're racing the next year in 68 in October. Seat about 56,000 people in the grandstands, and depending on what series they run, if they run the road ones, they can get up to 137,000 people. So they got 3 track configurations. They got the NASCAR oval, which you see here tonight. You got an infield road course, which is about a mile and almost 2 miles, and they got an extended road course that runs 3.5 miles. So 3 different tracks. But right now, NASCAR is the sole running for Michigan Speedway. They haven't run the road course for quite a while. So far, only Cup, Xfinity, and ARCA are the 3 major sports series around here. So trucks don't normally run here, but we get to do it here in sim racing. So we make our rules and we have fun with them ourselves. At one point, Roger Penske did own this track. He bought it for $2 million back in 1972. He owned it for 20 years. And then that's when NASCAR came in shortly after that and bought it from him. Still got great battles on the track, though. Albert Williams making his way from seemingly out of nowhere. I believe he started about 6th or 7th, so he's gotten past the 00 of Justin. And he's made his way up to the top 5. I just see Mountain getting into the wall there. Mountain is the teammate of Hinton, so those 2 cars like to get up the high line and try to get as much track as they can. Sometimes they like to run out. You'll usually see those cars a few different paint schemes, so while they just scratch this one up, they'll bring another one out next week and fix the paint on this one for the following race. So Albert Williams going into 4th, but plays now with the Money Loan car. Money Lion car, not Money Loan. I think I did that last week too. Either way, he's making it work. He might have got that loan going because he's got the speed behind that Toyota. Coming down the inside of Huffman, looking like. Looks like he's running that number 2, halfway between the number 2 and number 3 lane. All is in suit. These guys are running nice, clean racing now. Only the one incident earlier with them, that was just 2 cars getting into each other, and most likely just one of them was spinning out, so that's what brought the caution. No real damage to a bunch of cars yet. Hopefully we don't have a big one. We keep this thing green the rest of the way. Makes for good racing. Makes for strategies. You guys have to worry about different pit strategies, whether they want to take 2 tires and full fuel or run a shorter race later. You can run the short stint and then get a long stint. So we'll see how these guys work out as long as they stay green. Strategies do come into favor. No one strategy runs the best, it's just however you think it works. Williams continuing to run that 2 line, almost making 3 wide coming out of 4. Allows Hinton or Melton to get right up on him now. You're going to choose to stay down, let Melton take the top line as well. Melton carries some momentum out of the top groove. There we see Austin Call trying to take 6th away from Thaler. Austin Call up 11 spots to 7th place now, so he had not the greatest of qualifying starts, but look at him back up 11 spots. So started 18th, looking at 7th, trying to get 6th away from Thaler. running the black Liquid Death Camry tonight. Good looking car. Looks like he may try to get some chroming on the words there on the side. I'm not sure if it's trying to be chrome or not. Maybe the bottom part's chrome too. I do love a good paint job by myself. Love to get into trading paints and make cars. I make a lot of my own cars. I've made some cars for some of these series guys. I know Joshua Watt has one of mine. So keep your eyes out. New paint schemes coming all the time. I know Ryan Sutter runs his. If you want to catch all the paint schemes, be sure to tune in to twitch.tv/ribbonvale. See a bunch of new paint schemes come around every so often. These top 5 guys are starting to break away. They put themselves about a second and a half in front of Austin Call now. So looks like for the majority of the race, we get the top 5 and top 4. Those guys seem to form up a good line and keep clean, and they seem to get away from the rest of the pack. So as long as they keep doing what they're doing, not pushing too hard, they'll continue to pull away from these guys. You see Huffman looking on the inside of Rhinestone now. We got 2 Fords and 3 Toyotas up there in the top 5. Ryan Tedder looking to go back-to-back with last week's race win. Last week he ran what I call the Purple People Eater Camry. He's got the nice gray paint scheme. Rocking the W sponsor. Always having a pretty fresh paint scheme. I must say, out of a lot of the people here, Ryan Settle knows how to put a fresh livery on the car. He comes in here a few times and you'll see about anywhere between 3 to 4 paint schemes from him. Usually he has a yellow and a white one, but as of recent, he got a purple and a gray one. So he loves to make them, and his cars always look very authentic. And these are cars I would imagine you could see out on track. So something he's made it himself. It's not a replica from anybody that has raced in IRL, but looking good nonetheless. Looking back at Thaler. I'm sorry, we're looking up at Thaler now as Dustin trying to get that move done. Wants to get that first place back. He's sitting 4th place in total points right now, 22 points back from Melton. So as long as he has Melton behind him, that's points gained. Eric right now is his closest competition in 3rd place, so he's 8 points behind him. You got 3 of your top 3 drivers right now. Sorry, 3 of your top 4 up in front with Justin Thaler being the first one out. And now we got some strategy coming into play. So lap 42, you got your leader, your 2nd place, and your 3rd place car coming in the pits. Justin Thaler also coming back with him. Now we got a slew of cars coming in. It looks like Peter Dillon locks up, trying not to get in the back of John Bates. Hopefully he's coming in for tires, because that's not going to help his tires very much. Clarence Prince comes in as well. A whole slew of cars making their way in, but Pete Dillon does keep it off of John Bates, who you'll see in the familiar Marines 27 Ford. There he is, right in front of Pete Dillon. They're coming out right in front of them. And now we start seeing more cars coming in. Ryan Sargent makes his way in. Norm Snyder makes his way in. so far. Melton, Williams, and Call 1, 2, 3. Still out on the track on the backstretch, coming into 3 and 4. Williams going way down on the inside. We'll see who comes next for the pits. No takers this time around, so they are going to continue the green flag stage running here. We're on lap 44 with 16 more to go before stage 2 ends. Williams trying to dive it inside there. Not sure if he wanted to run that low, but Melton wasn't giving him any space up lower, so he kind of pushed his way down there, made him stay down. You see Austin Call getting right up on the back of them now. Melton taking the top line. Williams going back down, running the 2 groove. Call following it behind him. Looks like we're going to see, nope, no takers. I thought Williams might have been taking the pits. But these guys still running 1, 2, 3. As Call's looking on the outside, might put them 3 wide in 1. Williams thinks better of it, doesn't make that happen. Chris Melton still your leader. Austin Call making his way into 2nd place now. Albert Williams falling back to 3rd. Call looking on the inside of Melton now. Going to go late in the brakes, take that inside move. Looking to make a slide job up top. Is he going to make it stick? We see Albert Williams hit the pits now. He slides up in front of Melton now. So Austin Call, your new leader. Lap 46 in front of Chris Melton. Albert did make his way into the pits now. Kevin Mayers also joined. Greg Dries has come out of the pits, so his pit cycles through. These cars might be making their way in pretty soon. Not sure what their strategy was on lap 23, but I gotta assume lap 23, we are now 23 laps later. They might be getting pretty low on fuel. Austin Call on a very low line and Melton run up high. Not yet, they say. They keep going. Don Mankowski has entered the pits. Brandon Hinton has gone to the pits. Robert Olofsson has now pitted. So these two continuing to run their green flag run. Looking to do the big time overcut. Running this car with as much fuel as they can get out of it. Their last pit stop was only 8 seconds long, so they only took fuel. As we see Austin Call making his way down now. So Chris Melton taking over the lead spot. So we gotta believe here on lap 48, he has run 25 laps on that fuel set and has not taken tires, so he's going to be looking to come in fairly soon, I would imagine. During stage 1, they only took fuel. As you see, the slowing up here, so he's going to make his way into the pits. So your leader, Chris Melton, into the pits. Closest car around is who's the 2nd place car? I think we got Craig Hawkins. He might be pitting too. So we got Thaler behind Call, who's behind Reinsettle now. There you see Melton coming out of the pits. So your new leaders, Craig Hawkins in the 19 running up front right now. Dustin Reinsettle is your number 2 car. So Craig coming in for his pit now. That's going to effectively hand over the lead to Dustin Reinsettle with Austin Call, who's up 15 spots in 3rd place as of now, but will be in 2nd place once they get around the pit lane. Eric Thaler still holding down your 4 spot, which will turn into 3. There they go, making the pass on Hawkins. So there's your leader, Dustin Reinsettle, with Austin Call behind him. Lap 50, 10 laps to go to stage break. So you got Reinsettle, Call, Eric Taylor, Jason Huffman, and Chris Milton. Your stage points right there. Next closest person to Milton will be Albert Williams, who is 3.5 seconds back. So right now, this is the closest thing we have going on the track. As you see, Austin Call looking the inside of Reinsettle, trying to make a stick. Reinsettle side drafting him, taking the high line, carrying the momentum. Call diving on the inside, trying to make this pass stick. We'll see if he gets a good push out of the turn. He does, slides it right up inside of Reinsettle, gets a little loose, and they touch. Paul goes in the infield, collects himself, doesn't lose. Doesn't hit the wall. Reinsettle gets the bit, but Eric Taylor, finally, luck has persevered for him. He's usually a magnet for these guys, but he comes around and inherits the lead now. Austin Call coming inside of Reinsettle again. Reinsettle trying to force him down. These two getting a little rough out there, bumping and banging. Reinsettle going to get right up on his bumper now. Lap 52 coming up to 53. So we have a little shift now. We got Eric Taylor in the 1 spot, Austin Call in 2, Dustin Reinsettle 3, Jason Huffman in 4, and Chris Milton in 5. With those guys mixing up there, that allowed Huffman and Milton to make their way into the scene. Milton just inside the 1 second mark. He's going to be catching a draft off these guys now. So 6 laps coming up to the stage break. They might be able to make a charge in here and get some more spots for more points. I know if I'm Milton, I see Eric up there and Dustin. I don't want those guys getting stage points over me, so he's going to make his way up there. Austin getting all over the back of Eric. Trying to put some pressure on, but Eric's usually good at holding himself steady as Austin sliding it out there, getting a little sideways. That's going to slow him up. It's going to allow Dustin to start making some move up towards him. All collecting himself, able to keep the pressure on Taylor. Not let him get too far away. Lap 55. Taylor electing to choose the middle line now. Trying to take away any inside line he saw Call with the last lap had trouble in the turn, so if he takes away that spot, it'll either make him go lower and try to miss more. You see Call getting right up the inside bumper to the quarter panel now, looking to take it too wide into 3 and 4. Keep it clean. Eric avoids that one. Austin looking to make a slide drop pass. Eric not wanting it. That's 2 times he tried to make a slide job move. Cutting it very close. As they are touching, it looks like they're touching doors here. They're definitely hitting here. Call gets low sideways. Eric Taylor not giving him any space. These two have raced with each other a few years back, so they're looking to put some aggression out there, trying to take any point that they can get. Eric putting his stamp down, putting his foot down. Lap 57. 3 laps to go before stage break. With all that messing around up there, that allowed Albert Williams to get right up there and John Mankowski. So now you've got 7 cars all within 1 shot. The back and forth is causing everybody to kind of catch up with each other now. They had a nice big gap from each other. Call taking it back on the inside now. Eric's going to want to keep that foot down and not let that move happen again. As he does it again, back on the inside. Running well down the low line. That line's allowed to be around here, so he's okay to go down there. Eric going to give this man some work. Oh, we got Reinstall out there. I believe Reinstall got inside of Huffman. Was that Reinstall? It wasn't. I don't know who that was that got there. Somebody got inside of Jason Huffman. Sent him down the infield. That was. Looks like some net code there. Because Reinstall didn't look like he hit Mankowski, but Mankowski, his car was there and we stayed green. So bad luck for Huffman. I just see Olofsson in the inside gets with Call. Olofsson is a lap down car. Mankowski's holding these guys up. All sorts of chaos coming out of here. Lap 60. This is coming to the stage break end, but holy cow, we've got cars beating and banging out there. Here we go. End of stage 2. What a wild last 10 laps. At one point we had about 3 cars there, and then all of a sudden we had 7 within one shot. These guys are running back and forth. Austin Call is going to be your stage 2 winner. I'm to come back to see what happened back there. That was a lap car of Olofsson, and Call not giving him any break, just choosing to go down when he could have gone up. I mean, I'm not sure what he did there. Kind of just ran over the lap car. That kind of put him out in no man's land. Eric had to avoid whatever that was going on. I see Eric doesn't know which way to go. He's trying to figure out and dives on the inside. Luckily, he doesn't get collected because, man, oh man, if he would have got collected with that, that would have not been good news for Thaler. Wow. What an end of the stage. Oh no, I'm confused. I see Mankowski out there. Wait. That Mankowski got the stage win there? Wow. Okay, so not sure how that all happened. I mean, we were calling Colin Thaler up in the 1 and 2 spot, but John Mankowski somehow gets the stage win. We got to see how that happened, because I don't know how he got there. Yeah, we're going to do some rewinding here because I have no idea how the heck Mankowski got up there. At one point, he was in 7th place. So he goes on the outside of Thaler, and because Call gets called up with the lap car, Mankowski drives on the outside, says thank you. He plays a smart move, gets around the lap car on the outside like Call should have done, but Mankowski's going to come out with stage 1 points. So John Mankowski is your stage 1 winner. I'm sorry about that. We got that mixed up. Austin Call coming in 2nd. Believe Eric 3rd. Got 3rd place stage. I'll have to go back and see who got 4th and 5th if somebody can get that for me. I'm going to talk with my broadcast guys, see if they can get the stage points for me. So we got the 42 of Mankowski, 47 of Call, the 81 of Albert Williams, the 49 of Chris Melton, and the 15 of Thaler. All right. The little mix up there. Kind of all sorts of like last lap chaos because that was not the running order of the lap before that. Wow. 62 laps in the books. If my math's correct, 38 left to go. Not a mathematician, I just talked to you guys, so hopefully these guys keep it going. But yeah, if anything, if the rest of this race is how that last 10 laps of the stage went, we're in for a showdown tonight. Hopefully these guys keep it up pretty clean. I mean, I remember watching one race back here in Michigan, IRL, and I believe it was 2012, lap 64, I think it was. Mark Martin was about to lap Bobby Labonte and Juan Pablo Montoya when Labonte got loose. Martin and Casey Kane got collected, and while Kane slid through the grass, I remember Mark Martin spinning down the infield, and his car came around and smashed into the side of the concrete pit wall right in front of his left rear tire, almost hitting it. If that would have been a foot higher up, that would have hit driver's side door. And that's a, I don't know, 6-7 inch thick concrete wall. So hopefully these guys don't do any of that to repeat tonight. I know none of these guys will actually get hurt, but with the way they're racing, we might have some hurt feelings after this race. All right, so with the way this race is headed out, we got some fireworks coming down. You got Mankowski leading them around. The lights are off on the pace car coming out of 3 and 4, I believe, this time around. Got Austin Call sitting in the second spot. Albert Williams in the 3. Chris Milne in 4, and Dustin Rhinestone in 5, and Clarence Prince rounding off your top 6. So on John Mankowski, we're going to go green for the third and final stage of tonight's race. And we are go. He wastes no time getting out there. These guys running relatively clean. You see Rhinestone and Taylor getting in line. They're going to probably be looking to push their way back up front. We see Albert Williams taking the 2 spot now. Williams taking inside now on Mankowski as they're running 2-3 wide back there. Eric Taylor trying to put them 3 wide, take that low line around. But Albert Williams will take your lead lap around from the restart. Taylor on the inside of Huffman. I'm sorry, that's Clarence Prince. Huffman with that earlier incident when he got sent to the infield. He's back there in 14th now, so he's going to try to make some moves, get himself back up into position where he was. He had a strong car tonight. Hate to see him back there. There's Albert Williams being hunted down by Mankowski now. Albert Williams sitting back in 21st place in the overall standing, so he's having a great showing right now. That'll definitely give him some spots gained. Williams has only raced 2 races out of the series, so we are on that race 6. So make this race 3. He missed half the series. A win here could help him drastically. We see Rhinstone's brand new paint scheme already banged up on the side. Not sure, he probably didn't take a fast repair, but his car got some dings and dents on it. They make their way around Austin Call, so Ryan Sargent on the outside. You got the Liquid Death mobiles running next to each other. Well, now running 1 and 2 in front of each other. That's there. Gives Rhinestone a push. So they're looking to break away from Call. And they see that he was running like a little wild earlier. Justin Taylor makes his way around. You got Brandon Hinton and Jason Huffman working together. You got Eric and Dustin giving each other the business, 1 and 2, running some pushing laps. Trying to push each other up to those guys. 1, 2, and 3 are breaking away, so they're running single file, getting away from these guys. They will have to pit one more time. Not going to be able to save that many laps. They still got 32 laps to run, so these guys can make it anywhere between 23 to 28 laps of fuel, depending on how much they lift and coast. Don't think you'll make it that far. So Eric Taylor sitting in the 4 spot, keeping himself out of trouble. You see Jason Huffman making his way back up now. He's in 8th place, so he's got a good moving pace going. Coming back up from 14th after that earlier incident. We see him go side by side. That's 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now Huffman thinking about making it 3 wide, thinks better of it. Sargent up to 8th place now. So after his early excursions and the first caution of the race, he's back up to 8th place, putting a good showing in. Got his car fixed, figured out his strategy, got his lines picked, and he's slowly but surely been weaving his way back in. So started 4th place, and now he's made his way up to 8th, challenging for 7th. As you see Huffman making the move stick, he's in 5th place now, so great rebound from him. They're going to be looking to catch up to Taylor here and try to put a train together to catch up these top 3 guys. Still got Williams out front by a 2.5 over Chris Mellon, so he's pushing hard. Probably got a fresh set of tires, so he's looking to put all the use into them. Let's see his last pit stop. His last pit stop was 14 seconds long, so he did have a set of tires, brand new tires to put on. So first and second, put on tires. Taylor chose not to, so he might have an extra set in the bag. Taylor and Clarence Prince last time were the 2 cars that did not take tires. So while Taylor's sitting in 3rd now, look out for later on. He might put in a late charge with a brand new set of tires. Get pushing. Chris Mellon in your 2 spot. All right, so lap 72. We are coming up now, as you see on the stream. All of the things to reach us, you got the QR code here to take you to the Sim Racing Podcast, hosted by Greg Dries, who is your 11th place car at the moment. You see all the links right there. You got the Midwest Motorsports Tuesday Night GT4 Series at 7 p.m. Eastern on Tuesdays. Then you got Trucks, which I'm a part of, 9:30 p.m. Friday nights. Then you got Saturday Xfinities at 6 o'clock, and Sunday, which you are here now for the Cup Series racing. These races all start on the time on screen Eastern Time. Scan the QR code. Cool Down Lap, hosted by Greg Dries, as you get a good look at his Toyota Camry. There he goes. Nice little sponsor on the side of the car. Cool dude to talk with. We talk all things points. We talk about races and wins, and some of us broadcast guys are working on some things behind the scenes, so might have a different look to the podcast coming up soon. But Greg gives us a platform to host it. He hosts us for the platform, and we get to talk about all the points and things upcoming and how races went. A little recap of all the series, with James J joining most of the time, and then he'll talk to a race winner from the trucks, and some of the times we'll get the admins to join the podcast every Monday night, 9 p.m. Good look at Greg Dries sitting back there in 11th place. As we come back up to the 5th place car, that's the 42 of John Mankowski, your stage 2 winner, with Justin Taylor looking to his inside. Don't look now. We got Austin Call making the charge up next to Ryan Sargent. So the Liquid Death cars, 7th and 8th, the 69 and the 47, going to run similar lines, try to make their way back up to the front. You got Brandon Hinge falling just behind them. So Albert Williams has put a marginal gap in front of Eric Taylor now. He sits in second place. He's up them by 2.5 seconds now. So Albert not wasting any use of those tires. Got a fresh set and wants to put good use to them. He's going to run them as hard as he can. As you see Sargent getting loose as he did earlier. Sargent not afraid to let it hang out. That time caught it really well. Kept him off the inside wall, but it did cost him a few laps. 47, Austin Call looking on the inside of Justin Taylor now, trying to take away 5th place. And we got a good looking battle for 2nd place. We got Eric Taylor, Jason Huffman on the inside of Chris Melton, who is your series leader. Chris Melton in the blue 49 machine tonight. Jason Huffman in the Ford Dunkin' Donuts car. He got the bad end of a deal earlier with getting a little door swipe with Ryan Settle, so he's put in a great charge to come back. Looking to extend his points lead. Right now, his nearest competition is behind him, fighting between 5th and 6th place, so it's more points to pull away from. He only got 6 points on Justin right now, so he wants to keep adding to that streak. Let's take a look at some of the past series races. Melton with the 3rd place. He's got 2 3rd place finishes in the first at Daytona. So he's putting a decent showing. Melton's worst showing as of now has only been in 7th place, so keeping the consistency going, staying out of traffic. As I hear right now, we have some pit stops coming through. So Ryan Settle making his way into pits. Craig Hawkins behind him as well. Norm Snyder has made his pit, so he's out. Albert Williams, your leader, coming in for his pit stop. I assume it's just going to be a splash and go. He did take tires last time around, so he's going to try to get as much fuel as he can, as much as he needs, not a gallon more. Try to hand this thing up, get the points he wants. 3rd race in, that's going to hand. We see Greg Dreiss now, 5th place. These guys have yet to make their last pit stop, so he's a part of Black Sheep Racing. We see Craig Hawkins making his way out of the pits now. Got the 22 of Robert Olofsson, always running the Miller Lite American flag machine. There's a good look at Robert Olofsson, I'm sorry. Very, very loyal to the Miller Lite scheme. Always running an American flag scheme, so we had the Patriot race coming up here fairly soon. Wonder if he's going to change it, find something else a little different. If not, he's still got a Patriot scheme. So it looks like we have Austin Call, Brandon Hinton, and John Mankowski have made their way into the pits. That's going to promote Greg Dreiss into 2nd place for now. Chris Melton has yet to pit. Oh, we're getting reports now. Greg Dreiss has been black flagged for speeding in the pits. Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong reports. 63. Pete Dillon. He's going to have to make his way through the pit stops again. 63, 64. They're close numbers. My fault. Greg Dreiss, you're a good man. You keep racing. Good thing he doesn't have to listen to me while he's racing. Get a good inboard shot. That would be pasture cam. If you ever get to go to a racetrack and sit with the driver, this is what you would see. Probably feel a lot more than you're feeling now, but this is essentially what you'd see running on the track if you're in the passenger seat. There we go, shoulder cam. Gets a good look at the overlay. See Greg slowing it down now, so he's making his way in for his last stop. Hold it, there you go. I almost thought he was going to take it in the grass there. So, Chris Melton, your leader right now, the only person to not have pitted. He is taking it all the way as long as he can go until he absolutely needs to pit. Albert Williams with another slow stop, so he had a 15-second stop. Not sure if he had an extra set of tires or if he might have missed his pit stall. But Melton taking around 16 laps to go. Coming up to a lap, Justin Taylor, who's sitting at 6th position, so he made their way through the field. We got Austin Call sitting at 3 spot. Just behind him, Eric Taylor. These two met earlier in the race. I'm sure there's some animosity back there. We'll see how they handle it on the track. Jason Huffman sitting in P2 now. So he's back where he should be after that early incident with Ryan Settle. Now, that was 100% sure. I believe that was a net lag code because, like earlier I saw before the replay, I didn't see him actually hit Mankowski, so I think they had a little net code and it kicked Dustin off to the left and into the side of Huffman. And Huffman had nowhere to go but the infield, so here we go. Chris Melton into the pits. Your leader is going to hand Huffman the lead now. You got the 4 of Huffman in first, Austin Call in 47 sitting in 2nd place, Albert Williams in 3rd. I'm sorry, Chris Melton still in the lead. Timing scoring was messing up for me. He has left pit lane now. So, did he hold it off? Doesn't look like he's going to be able to. Jason Huffman's going to have a full head of steam coming out of 2. There he is. This is for the lead. Melton going to try to get up the gears real fast. Wants to get into that draft and hold himself in 2nd place. Give him a chance at the finish. 15 laps to go. Albert Williams makes his way into 3rd place now. Williams was one of the longest stops, so he may have had another set of tires. That's going to put bad news for everybody else because he was the only one that had anything longer than a 10-second pit stop within the top 5. He's going to have a fresh set of tires with 15 laps to go. Chris Melton, your series leader, 3rd place. Jason Huffman right now is in front of these guys. He's got Albert Williams by half a second. Albert is in his draft. Going to look to make some catch up now. There we go, Eric Taylor in the 5 spot. The 15 car Midwest Motorsports sponsored mobile. Mustang looking good. So as they run, Huffman, Williams, Melton, Call, Taylor, Eric, and Taylor Justin. Then Ryan Settle, Hawkins, Mankowski, and Hinton. That's your top 10. Last time around, Eric Taylor was faster than Call, so he is putting a little bit, shrinking the gap a little bit each lap. We see Huffman getting caught up. I mean, Williams is there now. Last lap around, Williams was 2/10 faster. You got a 38.8 compared to a 38.6, so again, 2/10 faster. Albert Williams making the charge. Might have something coming to this last 10 laps. Coming up to 10 laps to go pretty soon. Both these two, the top 2 cars, Huffman and Williams, have yet to win this series. Lap 6. Oh, I'm sorry, round 6. So both these two are fighting for their first win in the season. Huffman's been with the series for a while. I've raced with him in the Xfinity and the trucks, as well as racing with Williams. Williams, one of the newer drivers, is coming up this series. Good to see them still rocking it out there. I'd love to see either one of them get a win tonight. But they are putting a sizable gap on Chris Melton, who is 3 seconds behind Albert Williams now. So it's just coming down to these two. 10 laps to go. Don't look now. We got Austin Call on the back of back of Chris Melton. Dustin Reinsettle coming up on him on his outside. Reinsettle looking to get some more points back now. Sitting 5th place. This is 3, 4, and 5. All of them within the 10th of each other. Austin Call looking on the inside of Melton. Reinsettle going to hold it out there with him. He's going to dive in the inside. Thinks better of taking the 3 wide. Melton choosing the middle of these guys. Trying not to give any one of them a draft. He switches up his lines from mid to high, giving Reinsettle the toe. Call is going to fall back behind him now, so Reinsettle slotting up one more position to P4. This is your closest battle as of now. Huffman still got Williams by 2/10, so coming up to 5 laps to go. Reinsettle going to look for P3 now. Side drafting off Melton. Slight touch going in there. Reinsettle kind of comfortable running either lane right now, so he's trying to give Melton something uncomfortable to work with. Might have taken notes on how Melton was able to tap the wall earlier. He get called, giving a push to Reinsettle into the turn. So he's going to dive it down low, try to take the inside line away. He's not afraid to make slide moves up. We'll see how he does coming out of 3 and 4. Melton almost getting into Reinsettle, but getting just enough space. So Melton doing everything he can to hold these two off. Putting in the late charge with 5 laps to go. There we go. Reinsettle holding the top line. Trying to go around the outside. Going to dive it back inside now. Paul going to try to follow in them. Reinsettle all the way down to the grass. Able to make that move stick. Trying to carry enough momentum into the turn. Going to run that medium line, so take away the option for Melton to dive down harder. Move him up. Dustin Reinsettle, P3. Now Colin looking to go down. Melton also looking to go down, but not sure if he let Call down lower. He might be struggling on tires right now, Melton. He's going to look really high into the wall, not get into it. Call getting all up next to him. These guys are running side by side in the tri-oval. Coming up to 3 laps to go now. Here they come, a little touch at the door. Call, let him know he's there. Gonna leave a donut on that nice 49. Melton looking to respond. Trying to see what he can do to get some stage points or finish points here. 2 to go. Huffman's got Albert Williams by a second now. Ryan Settle third place in 6 seconds behind them. As you see, Melton looking to the inside, trying to hold it down there. Might get up into, almost gets inside of Call. Had a little lift there, didn't want to get too much into him. Here goes switching lines up now. Melton running that medium to low line, Call all the way down. Ryan Settle holding the top groove, carrying momentum. Looks like Call might have gotten away with a better option there. Final lap, hosted by the Sim Racing Podcast. This is your final lap. Jason Huffman, your leader. Let's see if we can get the shot of Huffman. There he is, hood cam. Albert Williams sitting in second place, a second and a half back now. Sim Racing Podcast, last lap, hosted by Greg Dreiss. Monday nights, 9 p.m. Coming to the checkered for his first series win. Jason Huffman, you have done it. Albert Williams, second place. Dustin Reinsettle coming in third. Austin Call going to get fourth place. Chris Melton, fifth. Eric Thaler, sixth. Brandon Hinton, seventh. There he is, Jason Huffman, the Dunkin' Donuts number 4 with this race win in the series. Dustin going to come give him some love. Oh, there you go. That's good sportsmanship right there. 2 Toyotas. Give him a little kiss earlier in the race. Dustin kind of got in the side of him and gave him some business. There's Melton, series leader, giving him a little love too. Look at that. That's awesome. Ryan Taylor giving the whole hoo-yeah for sorry for spinning you out earlier. Melton giving the congrats. Let's see him burn it down here. I know he's been waiting for this a long time. Here comes Justin. He wants to give him a little love tap too. Who's deciding better? Let's see it, Jason. That's been a long time coming. Look at that. That's awesome. Congrats to you, Jason Huffman. I can't wait. I hope I get you in the booth tonight. I know you're going to be ecstatic for it. Getting the race win in Michigan. Jason Huffman, you have done it. Oh, he's going to park her right there on the checkered grass. Perfect spot. There's your race winner, Jason Huffman. Number 4 car gets his first race win of the series. Let's see if we can get Huffman up here. You don't see him in the chat, so we may not get an interview with him tonight. Would be a shame. I'd love to hear his excitement. Who do we got in the booth? There he is, Jason Huffman with his race win, man. Holy crap. Take us through that. How'd you feel coming earlier in the race? It looked like Ryan Settle got net coated with Mankowski, and that's what got him into you, sending you down the backstretch. I mean, take us through that incident.
Yeah, I actually wasn't sure what happened there. I know with that pit stop, what was that, like stage 2? I was just kind of trailing along because Eric and Dustin got out ahead of me, and I lost the draft with them. But then once they started racing with the 47 there, it allowed me and the 49 to actually close back up. And I was just chipping away at Dustin. I knew he was starting to struggle on the tires and just tried to send it in. I heard it was 3 wide. I thought I was going to kind of pinch him, and then boom, I just felt my car go sideways. Luckily, I didn't hit the wall.
Yeah, I mean, we went back and watched the replay, and like I saw about a good 2 feet of daylight in between the 49 and Dustin, and then also all of a sudden I saw Dustin just go left. So he wasn't trying to collect himself. His car, I'm pretty sure you guys got net coated there, and I felt bad for you because there was nothing of your fault that got that. And man, I saw you start the end of the stage 2. You came out and you started, I believe it was 14th, and then I just kept seeing you point or position gain. I'm like, oh, Huffman's got something in store for this tonight. He's looking to get back up there. And I mean, you did it, man. You came back from 14th place on the last stage, and I was so excited to see you burn it down. Because take us, have you won a cup race with these guys yet?
I mean, I've won a bunch, but I was a bit on a winless streak there, to tell you the truth. I came so close like last year a bunch of times, and that was my first winless season since my first season. But yeah, I just felt like I wasn't putting a lot of time into it as I used to. But this year I kind of started to try to get back into the grind of it. And I had a pretty rough start to the season, as you can tell from the points and the incidents. But I knew coming up with Homestead and Michigan, those were some of my stronger tracks. And I felt if I couldn't get a win, I could at least claw myself back in with the points.
Yeah, I mean, it was great watching you come back from that far down. And I mean, I know I was excited for you. As you could tell earlier, Dustin was excited for you. He came back and gave you a little bump. And then, Melton came back and gave you some. And I think Eric wanted to do it too, but you were so down. He's like, I'm just going to get out of here, let you do your donuts. And I mean, I know those guys are excited for you. It was nice to see you get a win. I've raced with you in the trucks and Xfinity before, so I know how much of a clean racer you are. And man, congrats to you. Job well done. Came back, get a win in Michigan. I mean, anybody you want to thank?
Just the guys around this league, man. It's been awesome. I mean, I know I'm one of the older vets here who've been around since really I started near the end of season 1 with the last couple of races to go. And it's just been great. Like we've had so many people come through in and out throughout the last couple of years. And the guys who stick around are some of the cleanest racers I've ever seen. I mean, I'd take this over officials any day.
Oh, without a doubt. Getting a win in this league race with these guys means so much more than getting a league win in officials, because at that point, it's just up to sheer luck winning those officials. But with these guys, you're going to get good, mostly clean racing with a little bit of banging, but there's a lot of respect out there. So do you do your own paint jobs for your car?
No, not really. I'm kind of lazy about that. I just go with whatever I like on trading paints.
All right, well, you let me know, and I'm going to see if I can get you a race winner sticker on that driver's side door for you.
All right, cool, man. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on your win. Hope to see you next week. I know we got a good race coming up next week, I believe. I'm just kind of looking through the result things now for the race. We are going to be in... It is... North Wilkesboro. Do you have any time on that track?
We raced there last year, and it's definitely a track I struggled with because I'd never really raced it in the Cup car. And it's definitely interesting with the lines you can run there and the tire wear. I know it came down to Justin walking away with it, but I know me and Eric battled pretty hard at it. So it should be a good first short track. Hopefully it's less chaotic than historically in the league. So looking forward to it.
Yeah. Well, next week is a throwback paint scheme. So you let me know of one you like, and I'll go ahead and get some on there, and I'll throw one on your whatever other car you want to run on. And I mean, dude, earning those stickers means so much more for me. So I know it'd mean a lot for anybody else to get those things on there.
Oh, it's great. It's satisfying when you can run a race in this league just because the competition.
Yes, sir. All right, Jason. Well, you have yourself a good weekend. Bask in the race win tonight, and be sure to tune in tomorrow for the cool down lap with Greg.
Be sure to do it at work.
All right. You have a good night, Jason.
You too, man.
All right, everybody. Well, that's going to wrap it up. As you see, Jason Huffman, your race winner, Albert Williams second, Dustin Reinstedel third, Austin Call fourth, and Chris Melton fifth. Don't forget, Sim Racing Podcast, Monday nights, 9 p.m. You get the QR code on screen, and then you also have midwest-motorsports.com where you get all your race action, where to sign up, how to get the Discord, what leagues, what races we have, what nights. So be sure to join us anytime you want. We always love to have new people race with us. It's a fun time. We get good guys in here, and this is probably one of the better leagues to run in. I mean, I haven't found one that's been as consistent, and no matter if you're running down in the back part and you do a mistake, and they're still going to penalize you because that's a mistake. So you get this series in, have fun with these guys. Sim Racing Podcast, Monday nights, 9 p.m. Tomorrow night, we'll be there. We're going to talk to a race winner from the truck series, and we'll hope to see you around. I'm Aaron Holroyd with Colin Huffman running the cameras and Joshua Watt being the race director. You guys have a good week, and we'll see you on Tuesday with the GT4s.